this might be the fact that this is probably the worst Premier League season right now, but Bruno Fernandes is currently likely to get the best player of the season so far. He is the worst player to win that ever.
So you're saying Bruno
He's the worst. He's the worst best
Player.
player of the year award.
Yes.
Okay.
But number one, I don't think he's gonna win it.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Let's
No. Tell me, do you agree or do you disagree with it?
I disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah.
So he's not the worst.
He's not the worst.
Shall I
I'll
tell you the
why.
past? Shall I tell you the past winners?
Off the top of my head, the year before last was Phil Foden.
Yeah, but he was,
And he was
phenomenal.
good.
Phil Foden is not better than Bruno Fernandes.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Guys,
He was.
can we stop the Phil Foden?
Bro, I even saw
Please stop
I
it.
even saw the other day. How many?
Yeah.
What's Fernandes on? So Fernandes is probably on like 16. What is he on? 18.
What assists?
Yeah.
He's on 19.
19.
19. He's one off the record.
7 were from open play.
Okay. What's your point?
That's
That doesn't
a big
mean
issue.
it's a big
Okay,
issue, bro.
so wait, hold on. So you said Bruno might not win it. Why? Are you saying Bryce would win it instead?
Huh? No, I know. If Man City win it, I think I should.
O'Reilly, Cherki.
Yeah, something like
Haaland. Okay.
Okay,
I get you.
okay.
Because number one, I just don't think they give it to someone that's gonna come fifth.
Oh no, okay.
Okay.
But secondly, I look at this list and I think fucking Ruben Diaz. I don't give a shit if you're a defender.
Nah,
Bro.
bro.
Ruben Diaz won Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Please, bag
Yeah.
now, man.
Bro,
Bryce,
that's-
bag now.
What,
No,
let me see.
Ruben
what
Diaz,
he won.
Ruben Diaz,
see.
Player of the Year.
Oh, let me see.
He won it.
We don't even remember him winning it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
What are
can't
you
like.
talking about? What was it?
that-
Was it 21, 22?
21.
20,
2021.
Okay, I disagree with Tunde's comment.
You disagree?
19, 21.
No, 2021.
2021.
I disagree.
I disagree. I disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes had a better season than that Ruben Diaz season that I can't even remember.
Can't lie.
And in my opinion, this Bruno Fernandes season is better than Phil Foden's season where he won Player of the Year.
That is crazy.
He's dragging his team to
Okay.
win games.
Okay.
And this United team isn't that great, and he's dragging them.
Okay.
Phil Foden was part of a very good team, and I said Phil
Part of
Foden
a
was
very good team.
He was in that season.
Tell
Phil
it,
Foden
so,
was part of a very very good team.
why are you not backing your guy,
Because,
bro?
regardless, the comments invalid because of Bruno Diaz. He knows my thoughts on Foden. He
Yeah.
hates Foden to another degree.
I don't hate him. He was very very good that
How?
season.
Bro, he was better than Bruno Fernandes.
All right,
Got another one?
yeah,
Or
I'll go
should I-
next.
you-
My hot take is Jeremy Doku would be the best winger and possibly the best player on the planet if he had good end product.
Yeah, you're smoking.
Let's debate.
You're wrong.
No.
You're wrong.
Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree.
I agree.
Thank
Best player
you.
in the world.
Let's dissect it.
Okay.
No, no, no.
Wait. Hold on. Hold your horses.
wait.
We're comparing
He
it.
had good
Wait.
end product.
Okay. What's
It's a big if.
Yeah.
It's a big asking.
Clarify good end product. Is that goals, assists, or what?
Both.
Okay.
Bear in mind,
So-
his end
so-
product is
What-
shocking.
No, I'm basically saying
No.
if my grandma had will, she'd be a bike.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what sort of statistical
Okay,
end product?
cool.
Wait, what sort of statistical end product would be better than
How many
Harry Kane?
GA? How many
Wait,
GA?
what's better than Harry Kane?
Genuine. No. He doesn't have to have better output than Harry Kane. I'm
Ah.
saying
Okay,
if he had good.
Best player in the world, you have to have at least comparable, like maybe 30 or 30 goals and assists.
Nah,
because what he does outside of scoring and assisting
no.
is better than most players on the planet.
Okay,
You don't.
okay, so
The
Yamal.
only reason why everyone
Okay.
is so frustrated with Doku is because when he gets to that final
No.
action, he's
Hold on.
horrible. Most
Okay,
of the
so
time.
Yamal's got skills and end product, yes.
Should I be genuinely serious with you?
Yeah.
I don't think Yamal is a better 1v1 dribbler than Doku.
See, this is my issue with you, bro.
I
because
don't.
Doku can't even complete a one-on-one dribble 50% of the time.
You're chatting rubbish. You're chatting
That's,
absolute rubbish.
no.
I
So
can't remember
when
many
you-
times in my head where I've seen Doku come one-on-one against a winger and lose.
No,
Sandeep,
my point is
Time
he'll
out.
get past the thing, but he'll lose the ball straight away.
Yeah, but that's
besides
my
the point.
That's
Yes,
my
besides
point.
the
End
point.
product.
When you're a winger, yeah, and you can you pass the ball forward and you run onto it, yeah.
Sandeep, I am not saying he is the best winger on the planet. I said if he had that end product after he
Okay,
gets the man to
okay,
get to that
Okay,
final
do you agree
pass.
with my disagree? Yamal is more skillful and Doku is more scatty.
No, I wouldn't agree.
Huh?
What about Doku is scatty?
Okay, so you know Yamal, you can see him mean stuff in when he moves on the floor.
Doku does the same thing over and over again. You think he doesn't mean that?
No,
It
half
works every time, bro.
no half the stuff he does, he does not mean to do.
No, he does.
It's a lie.
You're
It's a lie.
you're downplaying him
No,
too
no,
much.
no.
I
bro.
agree with him. I can't lie.
You think we're the best player in the world? You man are cruel.
It's a massive if,
Bro.
It's a massive if.
Bro, even-
I don't
okay,
think he's ever gonna get there.
Sandeep,
Okay, you
deep
said
the-
output.
bro,
You said
bro,
output.
Bro, deep the logic. My thing with Doku, yeah, is if I was a defender and I had to pick one guy I do not want to come up against,
Yeah.
if I was a fullback to be more precise, Doku is the last person on the list who I'd go up
I'd
against.
rather-
Yeah,
I'd rather-
Last person,
If
bro.
I'm coming up against Doku, I'm faking injuries.
I'd rather
Genuinely.
come up against Doku than I would Cover.
Nah,
No.
you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
In terms of, let's say someone made a highlight on your 90-minute performance, you'd rather come up against Kvaratskhelia than Doku.
Yes.
Because Doku will embarrass you.
No.
He will embarrass you.
No.
90. Do you think you're better at defending than Trent Alexander-Arnold?
No, I'm not a defender.
And have you seen the compilation of Trent getting ripped by Doku over and over again?
Yes, and have you seen how good Trent is at defending? Not very good.
I asked you the question, are you better than Trent at defending?
I'm
No
not better.
is the answer.
I'm not better.
Yes. So if you are a defender,
Okay,
who would you rather come up
okay,
against?
listen.
Kvaratskhelia or Doku? It's obviously Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah.
No, bro.
You would get embarrassed by Doku. He'd pull your trousers down.
But that's
bro.
every professional footballer, bro. A defender will probably pull our pants down.
No.
That's how bad. That's how bad. That's how.
Okay, yes.
No.
Yes. I get your point, but you're taking it too literally. Listen, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I have no faith in Doku
But bro,
getting that output.
bro, even if he has output, I still don't think he's not even going to be top 5 players in the world.
No. Okay. Let's bring it to wingers then.
He's not even top 2.
He's not top 2
No.
wingers in the world.
At least he's better
Elise
than-
and Yamal are better
yes,
than him,
yes.
even if he has the output.
Yes.
I disagree.
No.
No.
I think his 1v1 dribbling and the way he can kill a fullback is better than everyone in the world by a decent margin. But I think
No.
if he had good output to his game, he'd be at least the best winger in the world.
No chance.
He's the best dribbler. He's the best dribbler
Yeah.
out there. Best 1v1 dribbler.
Bro, 90 minutes
Bro,
he kills his
Okay,
fullback
are we talking
all
about
day.
anyone in world football right now? Because Mahrez is better. Mahrez is a better dribbler than Doku.
He's not. Mara is at his age.
Mahrez is a better dribbler. Yes.
At his
Sure.
age.
Are you really
He's
sure
a better
about
dribbler than Doku.
Yes.
He's not. He,
Mahrez-
he won't have the burst of pace.
You don't
Mahrez
need-
isn't going to be a...
You don't need pass or pace to dribble.
You do.
No, you don't.
Do-
Dribbling is your close ball ability to go weave it in and out of players.
Okay, but how are you going to weave in... Okay, let's say you...
Cherki
let's say you play...
doesn't have pace. But
Can't
he's a better
Cherki
dribbler.
does that. Yamal does that.
That's close control. I won't call that dribbling.
That's dribbling. Dribbling is when
Close
you move in the
control
ball.
having good close control doesn't mean you're a good dribbler.
Bro, okay, is Cherki not a better dribbler
Then who?
than Doku?
No, he's not. He's factually not.
No.
Bro, okay, what do you define as dribbling?
Dribbling for me is how well you are at taking the ball with your feet and dribbling past a player or
can't use- you
weaving
can't-
in and
But
out.
Cherki's different because he creates space like Yamal.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's tricks and
so Cherki's goal yesterday, is that not dribbling?
It's dribbling, yes.
Do you think Doku can do that in any form, shape, or life?
Yeah.
I saw Doku do
Yeah.
it
That
against...
close to him.
I saw Doku do it against United. He did that same skill he did, but it was mid-air. He went past, I think, Maguire. Bro, Doku can do
can.
that.
He's more skillful, yes. That's skill and dribbling is two different
Doku
things.
was part of the second goal as well that they scored against you lot. He was the one that pinged it to O'Reilly after. That was the whole reason behind my hot take is when he does pull stuff like that off and then he does pull off a good
No,
pass
Donnarumma
after, which is
pinged it.
rare. No, Donnarumma pinged it to
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly, who played it to Doku.
Oh, okay.
Doku got past his man.
Okay.
When he does pull it off, like for example, the goal he scored against us,
Yeah.
that goal is ridiculous, right? When he pulls off the 1v1 and then does something good after, it wows you. Let's be real, it wows you, innit? So that's mine. Should we move on to yours?
That is crazy. I think Hugo Ekitike was a flop this season.
Okay. Flop.
That's a
A
good
flop
one.
is harsh. A flop
That's
is harsh.
a good.
No.
That's a
What
good
constitutes a flop? For
Uh,
a striker coming
That,
in.
I think number one is dropping off severely from the levels you first set.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
one from the first
uh,
game against.
Number
Bournemouth.
two is obviously you have your leeway. I understand, but minutes. You look at the minutes he's had, plenty of minutes.
Yeah.
You look at the output.
Okay. Should we quickly say if we agree or disagree first?
Yes,
Okay, cool. Do you agree?
I disagree. But it's close. It's not.
I marginally disagree as well.
Yeah.
I'm partially on your side. I hear what you say
Yeah.
because you know I've been frustrated with him recently, but you have to give him some grace. And you mentioned his minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, he's had plenty of minutes. In my opinion, he's had too many minutes. The guy has to start every game for us. We haven't had another striker for
Okay,
pretty much the whole
but
season.
I hear that. I understand about embedding into and there's so many games.
Yeah,
But I think post December,
yeah,
this fall off I have seen in terms of, you know what it is? So when you look at strikers, you give them grace about sometimes they're finishing, they're
Yeah.
dribbling. I've not seen anything in the past few months from him that makes me think he's still got something or like I can believe in something I've seen. Like before,
Yeah.
back in the like start of the season, I was like, he might get a goal today. He's gonna cause defenders.
Yeah.
Now I go to a game like, bro, this guy he's not even gonna do anything.
So I agree with you partially. I look at him and I still know, even from when he's playing bad, I can still see there's a player there for the future.
Yeah,
Of course, I think
I'm not saying that.
I think that's undisputed. There's clearly a player there. Whether I think his potential ceiling has come down is another question. because obviously, yes, he's young, so it's too early to write him off.
And yes, he's now got a long-term injury.
Yeah, and
That
Achilles
yeah.
is very, very hard to come
Like
back from
I'm
as
looking
well.
at you look at signings this season.
Yeah.
Is he top 5 anymore? Don't think so.
No, he's definitely not. He's definitely
João Pedro is similar, but João Pedro,
No.
João Pedro went till March
Yeah,
Yeah,
until
but no,
exactly.
that's what I mean.
until he
João
dropped on.
Pedro's always shown signs of there's still like he can change the game for you. He's had his moments in these things.
And that's what
You're
I
looking
feel.
at Gyökeres now. He didn't have the best start of the season. He's come into his own in a way.
But that's
I'm
what.
looking at other. I'm trying to think of other players that you can compare him to. And
No,
you're like,
but that's what I feel about Ekitike is that the reason why we were skeptical to put him in these shouts, because I don't know his goal scoring record off by heart.
Yeah.
But Ekitike, when you looked at him, you thought that was a good player.
Yeah.
Like, he's electric, the skill, everything he had, compared to Sesko, Gyökeres. Sometimes you're thinking, what are you offering in this game?
Yeah.
And that was the thing which we would say about those other strikers. But you compare it to João Pedro and Ekitike. I wouldn't say they're similar. I'd say Ekitike is more of a striker than João Pedro is.
Yeah.
But you can see what they provided to the game.
I agree. To be fair, what I'll say is
so quickly. So this calendar year. So since January, he's only had golden performance in 2 games all season. I mean, 2 games.
Were they both goals or you don't know?
In the Premier League, he's got.
so this year. So he's had 2 goal involvements
In
Premier
No,
League.
not goal
2026.
involvements. So he had 1, 2, 4 goal involvements or 5 goal involvements, but they're only across 2 games.
Okay.
Okay.
In
West Ham-
2026.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, what I'll say on it is I'm very frustrated with Ekitike. To be honest with you, I definitely hyped him up way too much at the start of the season. I'll admit that. It's been a bit lackluster recently. Obviously, before the injury happened, the PSG game, I was so frustrated the first leg because there was some things that he does. I'm like, I think he's too cute of a footballer to be a striker. Sometimes he lacks that vim, and he lacks that sort of like you want a gunman up top.
You know what I think?
And I think he's not.
But
He's
got
not
the pace.
direct enough for my liking.
He also-
he's too involved in link-up play to the point where it was really nice to see to begin with,
But then
and you kind of get annoyed
no,
with it.
no, but then you contrast it to Gakpo.
Oh, but
Because the reason why I was also skeptical is he is Liverpool's best attacker this season.
Yeah, that's why I want to give him grace.
That's
It's
what's mad. That's what's mad about
the thing
it.
is, I think he hasn't clocked on his in every different so in the different cups and the different Champions League. You need to adjust the way you play. In the Champions League, you cannot play the way you play in the Premier League. In the Champions League, you got to be clinical. You got to be firing in the box, and that's it. You got to let your midfield do your midfield and control. And at the start of the season, he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
We all wanted him in our teams. I understand that, but this fall off, it's not because the people around him have changed or any of that. Because none of them around him have been performing all season.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the fall off has come partly from him being tired and partly from him just being figured out. I think his game is very, very limited if the players around him aren't good enough to keep up with his level of football, if that makes sense. He can't cater his football down to players if they're not performing around
Fast
him.
pace.
So even
good
when he
tempo.
was performing, a lot of people said Wirtz wasn't that good at the start of the season. I'd
Look how
argue
it
that his
switched.
link up with Ekitike is what made me believe there was a player in Wirtz. When Wirtz tails off, or he's playing with different number 10, say Szoboszlai's there instead, or let's just say, I don't know, the Gakpo's on the left for a change. It's not Salah anymore. We're playing like for a good part of the season we had Frimpong on the right wing. It's hard for him to link up with these players. I do think when our team is bad, he is especially bad, and when our team's good, you can see him shine. For example, those games where he got the output, I wouldn't be surprised if those were our better games of the season.
Yeah, I hear it.
And he was definitely doing better. But I will say he's definitely overrated compared to we overrated him at the start of the season.
Would you
It's
say
very safe to say.
Okay,
As in start of the season, remember when I said he was on form, one of the best strikers in the world.
No, we did it. You said I think you both put him top.
Yeah,
No,
and I
not
said
in the
his
world.
potential.
No, when we
in
did
the Prem we put
the best strikers that came in this season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put him top 5.
Yeah, we put him top. We
Yeah.
put him number 1.
I think you both put him top.
Yeah, we put him.
If I'm not,
Best signing
if
of the
I'm
season,
not,
we put him number 1.
if I'm not,
Best
incorrect.
signing of the season, I put Cherki.
No, we didn't.
I did. I put Cherki.
Oh yeah.
I put
Yeah.
Cherki, yeah.
Do you think Cherki will have a better potential than either David Silva or KDB at Manchester City? Do you think he has the potential?
Number 1, I don't think the longevity in players is like that anymore. No one will do a stint like David Silva did at Man City, where he's there for that many years. I don't think Cherki does it. I just don't think he's there for more than 8 years.
Yeah.
I look at Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's been there for I think 8 years, won 7 Premier League titles. Don't think that happens anymore.
Yeah.
I also think Cherki's one of them players where he's not. I think Man City's there for him to elevate his game, but there's a step above. For example, I think Barcelona snap up Cherki, and I think Cherki
The
goes
Real
does
Madrid or
wonders.
the Real Madrid
Yeah,
story.
yeah, I think he's destined for the greatest clubs in the world.
What I will say, if you're saying can he reach those heights, I think he can reach those heights.
I think
I
he
don't
can.
think
I
De
think
Bruyne assist levels.
maybe
Not
not.
De Bruyne,
Yeah, maybe not De Bruyne.
maybe not the assist,
Yeah,
but he's got the jinky
yeah.
jinx and the rest of
him,
it.
him and De Bruyne,
More than De Bruyne.
him and De Bruyne are two different players for me.
Yeah.
De Bruyne is like that. He's a sniper,
Yeah.
basically. Like his assists are so pinpoint, it's ridiculous, right? And his game was that. Cherki is more the pass
Technical.
before the pass,
Yeah,
technical
yeah.
on the ball. What
Good
can he
like
do?
link up and
Yeah.
everything else.
Like their similarities for me come in like they're both footed and their shooting style is quite similar. But in the heights, I think Cherki can reach David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne heights.
Mm.
Whether he can maintain it, I agree with him because Kevin De Bruyne and David Silva, at the end of the day, physically were better players than Cherki. Cherki, if there's one thing that I've said from the start is a bit of a hindrance on his game, is he's just a bit too slow and he's in his prime.
And to be
Cherki
fair,
reminds me of an early Coutinho, or like a Coutinho type of player.
A bit, yeah. I get where you're coming from, but like I can't see Cherki later down the years move him, dropping deeper into the midfield, for example. I can't see it. He'll get bullied
yeah.
if he's playing as a number 6 or even like a number 8. Whereas we saw KDB drop into a number 8.
A bit of
We
both.
saw David Silva play
Playing,
number
playing
6.
the wings play on the wings.
He can play as a right winger, but as he gets older, maybe he'll be able to do what like Bernardo Silva's doing right now.
I think
I think so.
22.
Yeah, he's very young. He's very young, but like,
One point.
yeah, I think his career maybe won't be as long at the top level as like a Kevin De Bruyne or David Silva,
Mm.
but the heights definitely. He's got the talent to be one of the best players in the world.
Mhm.